The man with the rubber face sure knows how to get people talking.
Somebody stop me!
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 5 controversial Jim Carrey moments.
I think, he'll be primed and ready, because I know how to ring his buttons. Push him.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at some of the biggest scandals and controversial moments from the career of this uber-talented Canadian funny man.
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? Guys!
Number 5. His paintings. Jim Carrey may be best known for his comedy and acting skills, but when it comes to creative expression, he's got more than one outlet. Carrey turned to art as a form of therapy, and wouldn't you know it, he's a pretty good painter.
Beautiful.
In 2018, however, his artwork took a more politically charged direction when he started doing portraits of prominent figures like Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, and one that really got people talking, White House Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Some found her representation cutting and funny, while others called Carrey a bully and took issue with him bringing her faith into it.
Smite me, almighty smiter!
Number 4. Kick-Ass 2 and the Sandy Hook shooting. Jim Carrey has never been the sort to avoid risk. He loves to push boundaries.
Cool!
So his casting in Kick-Ass 2 seemed like an inspired choice, and another interesting tangent in his career. But apparently, this challenge took him into very uncomfortable territory.
Stay frosty, team. I used to eat punks like this for breakfast.
Though Carrey seemingly had no issue with the hyper-violent style of Kick-Ass during filming, in the wake of the tragic Sandy Hook elementary school shooting, he refused to promote the film, stating that, quote, now, in all good conscience, he could not support that level of violence. Others involved in the film disagreed with his position, but he stuck by it.
We're here to send the message to all the other bottom dwellers. We're shutting you down.
Number 3. His anti-vaxxer phase. For a while there, it seemed as if many misguided celebs were jumping on the anti-vaccination conspiracy bandwagon. And unfortunately, Jim Carrey and then-partner Jenny McCarthy were among them. In particular, they campaigned to have the so-called toxic substances removed from vaccines, and touted the supposed link between vaccines and autism.
What we're asking is for them to take a loss for the good of our children.
Now, we're not going to tell you you should implicitly trust Big Pharma or that they necessarily have your best interests in mind. But as far as vaccines are concerned, there is a lot of empirical evidence out there. And across the board, studies agree. Vaccines save lives and do not result in autism. For this, Carrey earned a whole lot of criticism. Number 2. The death of his girlfriend. This tragic chapter in Jim Carrey's life clearly left its mark on him. In 2015, his ex-girlfriend Catriona White was found dead from a suicide via an overdose of prescription medication. The loss of someone you've been close to is always devastating, but what followed was a complicated, very public examination of the circumstances leading to her death. This included numerous accusations made against Carrey, including that he may have introduced her to the drugs that took her life, exposed her to STIs, and that her suicide note alluded to him. White's family ended up suing Carrey for wrongful death, but in the end, the case was dismissed. Number 1. His man on the moon behavior. Jim Carrey is first and foremost an entertainer and impersonator.
Jack Nicholson.
One need only look at some of his early stand-up to appreciate his ability to practically transform himself into another person. When he actually got his dream gig, the chance to play the role of famed performance artist and experimental comedian Andy Kaufman, he didn't just nail the impersonation, he inhabited it, full time.
Here I come to save the day!
Carrey's commitment was so extreme that it caused mayhem on set, driving cast and crew way past their limits, and at times, endangering the film itself.
It was not me, it was not me. I was not making choices based on what Jim does. I was making choices based on what Andy does.
The results are hard to argue with, but Carrey's commitment caused much grief.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.